Report back to mid. Alright. This is riveting gameplay. Baby. Oh, going up this way.
He cracked the crystal too.
You're joking. Cracked it, I smashed it. What do you mean? Yeah, how's the weather and stuff for you guys? I think it's been really hot here like last week, but it's cooling down now. Nice. I'm back to normal.
Give some greens to the chocolate.
Not humid and painful anymore. I heard, yeah, remember Sid saying something like the air pollution in Canada's been awful. Hope you guys are doing okay over there.
Editors started reading books that don't have any pictures in. Why would
I knew it was a good idea to have editors study alongside the children. It's really stoked their competitive spirit.
I have done it, Sid. I have learned all the letters, every one.
I will be honest, I love the continuity in just random NPC stuff. So these guys here have a different dialogue every time I come back here. Each part of the game. Like they've completely changed the dialogue every single time. At the start, the first time I saw her, she actually said the word tomfoolery, by the way. She was like, I'll have none of this tomfoolery, you'll all behave. And now they're all like, getting schooled. I don't think I've seen rain, but it's been nice.
If I don't come up with something soon.
Mid. Helena has recovered the material for the helm.
Mid.
She'll be along shortly.
Excellent. Another job well done.
And just one remaining.
Right, the shielding. This one's a bit of a bugger.
How so?
The plating's enough to stop the engines going pop, but those things will still be spitting out enough fire to set the rest of the ship ablaze. Which is why you need proper shielding.
I'll be honest with you, the game slowing things down here is better than watching people drive in a car where you're not actually playing the game.
I thought a triple thick layer of tempered
Still better
steel
than
might
15.
do it. Or more of the stuff that the Fallen use, but
Still an
they'd
upgrade
both be
to
too heavy.
15.
The helm and the plating are bulky enough as it is. Add any more weight and the whole ship would be at the bottom of the briny before we'd even started. I need something light. But I've wrapped my brains and I just can't think what to do it.
Well, if I were in need of obscure knowledge, I know whose counsel I would seek. Harpocrates.
Tomes? Yeah, well, I'd thought of that.
Clive's the
obviously.
only one who calls him by his name. Everyone else calls him Tomes, man.
I've got all the details written down here. Can you take this to him? See what he makes of it?
No way.
Right
I'll
away.
do that now, yeah. Can you do that, please? I love the I love the voice acting in the game. Got games real rather mid. I mean, if it was just one of them, it would be fine. To be fair, I'm kind of glad you're not seeing the best part right now, Trev, so that you can like experience those. So they dive.
Thanks to
Like,
Sid,
this is.
the man who...
I would say this is a side quest, but it's not, is it? They do this thing where they like to slow the game down, and I don't mind it. I don't mind trying to pace the game to slow it down a bit, but this has been a bit long-winded. No, but this is the main quest, bro. The red means is the main quest. This is not an example of a good main quest in the game.
Do you
The
have a
main
moment?
quests are up there.
For you, Clive, always. Well, actually, it's for mid this time. Could you take a look at this?
So side quests are put in so you can use the areas again. You do know that, right? Like side quests, it's still better than the main quest in 15. I don't care what you say. Well, some of the main quests in 15, you literally watch them Ignis drive the car for about 10 minutes. That's literally, and they stop talking after 2 minutes. So no, it's still better than 15. I don't care what anyone says. Still better than all the missions in 15. All right, okay. Something.
Shielding for a mithril engine.
There is some good in
Whatever will that girl think of next? And what are these notes around the edges?
She has some specific
We are helping Sid's daughter build a ship, alright? It's very important.
requirements for the materials. The shielding needs to be able to resist extreme heat on the inside, and yet remain cool enough on the outside.
Are we
not
writing
to
this
set the
down,
ship
chat?
alight,
Are we writing this
while
down?
also being light enough not to sink it. As you can imagine, she's struggling to find anything.
Why
that
are they
meets her
making
needs.
this whole section way too dank? This is way more
I
dank than the
see.
story, dude.
I wondered if you might know of a solution, or if you might be able to search the records for one.
Clive just became an engineer, by the way.
Perhaps
Clive
it is
the
not a
engineer.
different material she requires, but a different approach.
What do you mean?
Consider the lake we have made our home. Its blighted waters eat away far more quickly than fresh water or even brine, at timber and steel alike. And
Just
yet,
take a 4-year
we have
physics
made a
degree.
home here from those very materials nonetheless.
We have. But Bardolph must varnish every board twice over to keep it from rotting. And Obelisk complains that without a constant supply of pitch.
Excuse me?
I see.
Early Gregorian histories speak of a preparation known as moon dew. It is said to be able to resist even the most ferocious flames. Before the dragoons tamed the worms and wyverns of the realm, nobles would daub their castle walls with it in order to guard against dragonfire.
So if we could recreate it,
It might be applied to some material or other in order to provide the protection it requires. As to how best to apply it and to what material, perhaps Bardolph and Obelisk might be of assistance. I shall speak to them and see what wisdom they might have to offer. If you would be so kind as
I'll be honest,
procure
they
the
said there was that
necessary
side quest that sparks
I
off
shall
like
discuss
war
the specifics of how it might be most
at
effectively put to use with our two friends.
wherever it is, Lost
The
Wing.
knowledge
That
of the
seemed like a
past
good
may
side
yet
quest.
prove useful
I'm
to
waiting
we
for it
of
to
the
carry
modern
on.
era.
thank you, Hippocrates. And since you're asking others to help you, perhaps I should too.
That should have been this part of the main quest. It's like a side to the main story. Lost Wing's about to go to war. You go and do that. You save them from the Black Order of Black Knights, whatever they are. And then the side quest is building mid a ship, you know? They've done this in the wrong order. The side quest at Lost Wing right now that I can't continue. Oh, there's Jill. I was wondering where you were. Been looking for you.
So you need a hand, do you?
We do. I'll be
Two more hands than Titan had, am I right?
heading to market for the ingredients we need. I could do with some help.
Yes,
And some company too.
he had no
The other
hands because we.
can assist me in researching how best to prepare the shielding itself.
Can we count on your aid?
Always.
If you get the
Well,
drift.
if Jill's game.
Thank you.
I am sure either of these fine young minds would prove indispensable in my research.
You
I
said that
leave the
last
decision
time,
as to
Sid.
who will go with whom in your capable
Why do you
hands.
say, oh
Clive.
no? I've just discovered a full combo. Like, oh no. She looks so happy these days, Jill.
Shielding that guards against even the most ferocious flames. We could have done with some of that on Drustinus.
I doubt I would have survived that place with or without it. A trip to Northreach, though, I
Without
think
it?
either of us could handle.
Okay.
So, Clive, have you made your decision?
Decision for what?
Who will accompany you on your little excursion?
Oh, well, you're asking me which character I'd...
Very well. So then, what do we need to find?
I have taken the liberty of preparing a list. Here.
White chocobo eggs. Pepio nuts. Are you sure this list is right?
Pepio nuts. That's a nut from Final Fantasy VII, isn't it?
Everything on here seems very edible. I would have thought the ingredients would be a little more exotic.
Though these
Sorry,
items may
Tarja.
seem mundane,
You should have been in the
they
other
have
quest.
potent
Yeah.
effects that are rarely exploited. Effects for which they were once highly prized. So much so, in fact, that they were harvested almost to extinction, hence moon dews having fallen from favor. Now,
Also
of
don't
course,
like
they can be obtained.
oh, excuse me. They're making you pick. Like, I'm missing out on dialogue now because, like, I can only pick one of those two characters.
With ease. You should be able to find everything you need at the market in Northreach.
Like, there's dialogue with Gav
Is
that
that
I'm not going to
so?
see now.
I've been meaning to visit Northreach anyway. I'll set out now. Join me there when you're ready.
I will.
Why are you meaning to go to North?
Until then.
What do you mean?
You two enjoy yourselves.
You too, Talia.
I had a follow-up comment.
Good luck in Northreach. Try not to get too distracted from the task at hand.
Alright, Taja, we get it, alright? We get it. We get it, alright? Jill and Clive will be on their best behavior. Ooh, Northreach, let's go.
No. Where's Jill?
Jill,
Keep them pilchards nice and chilled.
Jill,
Are those Papio nuts?
Jill.
How goes the hunt for ingredients?
I've only just started. I'm sure everything we need is somewhere amongst all these stalls, though.
I think ever since... Oh, I get it. I get it now. Right, so talking about story, sidebar, actual story noticeable here. So, for when... I think Jill is more like her younger version now. Like, she seems happier and chill next to Clive. Whereas the entire story, when she's been an adult, she's had to deal with such things, deal with so much, like, bad stuff. In 13 years as a time skip. With her last arc, she's managed to settle the burden in her life. Like the person that shackled her chains and she got to, that dude died, right? Now that he's gone, she's like free, kind of. So she's kind of a lot more chill, I've noticed. Like her expressions are a lot better. Little details like that made this game so good.
Why don't we split up and see? We'll
She
take a couple of
smiles all the
ingredients
time
each.
now. Well, she's kind of
Right.
smiling. You just in
What
conversation.
am I looking for?
How about you look for the Papio nuts and some garlic? I'll find the other things we need.
She sounds
We can meet
cheerful.
by the gate when we're finished.
She sounds way more cheerful than she did. Before she would sound really stoic. She sounds way more cheerful now.
They sell everything here at the market.
You
I
know?
need garlic and Papio
I
nuts.
don't know if I'm the only person noticing that. I'm not overreading it.
All anyone ever wants anymore is water.
She is 100% like burden free. Yeah, that's that. Yeah, now that she's dealt with her burden, the burden of her heart has been lifted. She's definitely got more of a free spirit, and you can just tell based off her how she's speaking and the expression of her character and like little details like that, which most people I don't think that's going to be like a very noticeable thing, but I think I've really noticed it straight
How
away.
the hell is anyone
The
supposed
characterization in
to
this
afford
game is
that price?
phenomenal.
There's talk.
Clive is kind of, even Clive, like they've
What do
really
you
developed their
want?
characters really well. You want me to spend 20?
And
Well, a minute.
go on, take it. If that's what you want.
Out of curiosity. Where's these guild bugs and stuff? They don't even drop anything.
Good riddance.
Riddance to you too.
And what can I do for you?
But I really like them showing that through the game, not just through dialogue. It's really cool that they show that. Like, when they design a character, sometimes it's just like, oh, well, they always look the
Excellent choice.
they always look the same. But then, like, and nothing else has changed. This time they've actually changed everything. It's pretty cool.
You'll not find a bruised pippin in the
Characterization in this game is actually one of the best features of the game. Like,
What can I interest you in today?
Highest the compliments. In it.
Ah, yes.
That's everything. Let's see how Jill's getting on.
This quest isn't all that, but like, she didn't do anything. Should we go for a walk?
Did you find everything?
I did. Here.
Ooh.
garlic, and pepio nuts. Perfect. Now all that remains is for Harpocrates to somehow turn all this into what Mid needs to keep her engine cool.
Well, she calls him Hippocrates as well. Shall we go for a walk?
But before we head back, would you walk with me a while?
Of course. Look at Torgal just looking at the food. Torgal's like,
Thank you for asking me to help you today. It makes a nice change.
It does.
nice change.
It's good to get away from all the battle and bloodshed for once. Just being here reminds me of when we were children. Do you remember? Walking down Market Street in Rosalith, taking in the sights and smells.
How could I forget? What with Torgal's antics. Remember how his nose would prick up at the scent of sausages? He'd go racing away and we'd have to go running after him. We wouldn't catch you now, would we, boy?
That's her doggo, by the way.
Was there anything you wanted to buy for yourself while we're here?
There was, yes. Well, sort of. Molly in the kitchens told me about a place that sells particularly good pies. Thought you might like to share one with me.
I would. Thank you.
And I saw some bread. Big white cobs like the baker back in Rosalith used to make. What do you think? I thought we might get some soup to dip it in. But then I tried a slice of the butcher's dry-cured ham and it was just... oh.
You all right?
Sorry. It's just... you're right. I really do feel like a child again being here with you. Clive. Is it wrong of me to enjoy this?
See, I told she's like enjoying being like her, you know?
No, Jill. This is how life should be. And it's how our lives will be when our work is finally done. When we can live on our own terms.
I hope so. Thank you, Clive.
Wow, I really enjoyed that scene. Say what you will about the quest, that scene was really nice. Really shows the development of like... And this is an optional scene, you can always pick Tarja. But... I'm glad I picked Jill for this.
I suppose we better be getting back. I need to give these ingredients to Harpocrates and Talia. I'll see you at the hideaway.
Take care.
I will. You too.
It's almost like she's allowed to restart her life and just kind of like, you know. That was a really nice moment. That was a really nice scene. That might be one of my favourite Clive and Jill moments, to be honest with you. Right. Right, let's put this silly main, quote unquote, main quest to sleep. Baroness' main quest.
I wonder how Harpocrates is getting on with the moon dew.
Harpocrates this, Harpocrates that. But I like the little thing. So I know we're saying these side quests kind of pad things out, but this guy's eating the soup, the stew that's like that disgusting looking stew. Like there's little bits that add to the side quests that are actually being incorporated into the game world that you've completed, which is a nice. Which I think is really important to point out. If you go throughout the base, if you've done certain side quests and stuff or done certain parts of the world, things are triggered and they're happening in the background. Like, you don't get to see that often in games, I think. So I kind of think that's really cool.
How's work on the shielding progressing, Harpocrates?
It's not the most exciting part of the game,
very
don't get me wrong,
indeed.
but...
And thanks in no small part to your kind assistance. I was just explaining to Tarja how we might best go about preparing the moon dew. And now that we have all the ingredients, we may begin.
You can count on me. I've mixed more than a few mysterious concoctions in my time.
I'm sure you have. What about the shielding itself?
Work is underway. under the watchful eyes of Bardolph and Obolus.
Apparently, it'll be ready soon.
Thank you. All of you.
Right then. Jill, would you join me in the infirmary? Many hands make light work and all that.
Of course.
The Witcher 3. I haven't played The Witcher 3. Well, I know that's really good.
Oh, and Clive, thank you. It was nice just being with you.
Aww.
It appears our work here is almost at an end.
Aww.
A shame. I was enjoying playing the man of action for once. When both the
Clive,
shielding
don't
and
miss up the
wound
next
are ready,
opportunity, I
it
swear.
will merely be a matter of applying the
I'm
one
gonna
to the
throw
other,
things at the screen.
followed by a rigorous process of
I
testing
know,
and pre-testing, of course.
I keep getting told to
Perhaps
praise where I play.
someone ought to warn young Mid of that.
Leave it to me.
I just never got into the Witcher series, and I don't know if
Hippocrates.
I don't know if they're all connected either. So it's like, if I play Witcher 3, do I need to play 1 and 2? Kind of thing. I don't think you do, but
Well, I bet
you don't like
give me
Happy?
the good news then.
You'll love this game then, Trev. Trust me, I'm not even kidding. There's a reason why people compare this to Game of Thrones. That's all I'm gonna say. All I'm gonna say. They do, that's nice. This game's got a really good lore thing as well with this. It's called ATL. And you can bring up like lore of what's happening on the moment, or you can go and re-grab it all. It's really cool. So if you're not following the story for whatever reason, or you missed something you don't know about the character's background, you can jump onto this, for example, and be like, oh, so if you missed the dialogue where you find out that she's the daughter of Sid, you're like, oh, this is Sid's daughter.
Editors started reading books that don't have any pictures in.
Despite how dark this game is, I think it would be nice for a positive end to the game. You know what I'm saying?
Sorry to keep you waiting, Mid. But you'll be pleased to know that work on the shielding is
I'm on
underway.
edge whether it's going to
You
be.
found something for it?
In a manner of speaking, Hippocrates knew of a substance that's highly resistant to heat. A coating that should provide the protection you need. He's supervising the
I love this
construction and
part.
testing of the shielding as we speak.
Okay, let's go back to work.
Brilliant. I knew
Don't forget to start writing all this down, chat.
you wouldn't let me down.
Don't thank me.
Clive the engineer is here.
I'm
now.
just the errand boy.
Right then,
fully fledged
let's start
engineer.
working out how to bolt all these bits together. To the Black Hammer.
Bongos.
So when I got into the smithing game, I thought I'd be making swords and shields, not thermal bleeding didgeridoo-dahs.
Didgeridoo-dahs. My
Displacement
man.
stacks.
Same difference.
I used to use that term. Didgeridoo-dah.
Whatever you call it, I ain't putting it together in here. It's cramped enough
I
as
used
it
to
is.
say that.
Let's take this outside. Mid, you get all
Alright,
the
it's
parts
not
lined
that
up
it's
on the
not that
deck.
deep, bro.
I'll take care of the rest.
On my way.
Oh, and bring me
Thingamabob.
the biggest hammer you can find.
That's
This is
another
going
one.
to require some precision walloping.
Walloping. Oh, what you would call it? Sometime later. Oh, these are the parts. Okay, these are the parts, right?
It's finished. It's finally finished.
Is it?
Thank fuck for that. I'll be feeling my hammer arm for weeks.
He's saying what everyone else is thinking right now. Blackthorn's like, He said that line, and I put the players like, my goodness, it's so true.
Thank you, Clive, Blackthorn, everyone. That's one down and just
I like
3
Mid as a
more to
character.
go.
Though. I like Mid as a character.
I'm sorry.
Oh, didn't I tell you? The Enterprise has 4 mithril engines, and we'll be needing a displacement stack for each.
You don't mean...
Don't worry. Now they've got a finished one to work off. My gang in Canva can build the rest.
Alright. I was gonna say,
Good luck to them, I
ain't
say.
no way.
Right, I'm off to get a sling for this elbow. Any other work comes in, keep it to yourselves, eh?
I was about to go, no. No, no, no. Oh. Really, report back. Speak with Mid. Why? But why? I'm scared to talk to Mid, to be honest with you.
What's the matter?
Nothing. Just daydreaming.
What's the matter?
Thinking about the Enterprise sailing off over the horizon to shores unknown. Searching for a land untouched by the Blight.
She's gonna become a pirate.
Just like me and my dad planned. So if the worst came to the worst and every scrap of soil in the Twins turned black, we might still have a chance. That's what she was meant to be. You see, one last chance just in case we needed it. But now she's so close to being finished, I've realized I don't want her to be that. I don't want her to be just a lifeboat for us to cling to if things get desperate. I want people to sail aboard her by choice, not from the lack of it. In a world where we're not just trying to survive, but where we can actually live.
I'm working on that. And I'll do everything I can to get you what you want.
Don't you always? All right. My mind's made up. As soon as the Enterprise is fit to sail, I'm putting her under your command. Sod our plans, I'm trusting in yours.
Are you sure about this?
Something tells me it's what my dad would have wanted.
He'd be proud of you.
You were gonna visit his grave, weren't you?
I was. And you can come too now that your little project is finished.
Almost
Right.
finished.
There's just one thing I need to finish up first. Won't be a mo.
All right. I'll let Otto know you're coming. Meet us in the mess when you're ready.
Aye, aye, Captain.
I like her as a character. She's cool. She's like a positive beam of energy that sort of thing. She is a positive beam of light, right? That it's kind of needed in this game, you know. There isn't much positive light in it.
Mid
you know,
told me she was building
game.
a ship.
And it's nice to see. Wait, why is there?
That's a ship. Let's sail it round the lake.
Where's the ship? What do you mean? Where's the ship?
Is that the thing Tomes helped to build?
Oh, is it? I don't know. I knew that this bit was coming because you said it yesterday.
He cracked the crystal too.
As long as the one in Lost. Oh no. The one in Lost Sphere is the one I want to do. If it's one, is it Lost? Not Lost. This one, Lost Wing. I want this to progress, but they're getting ready for war. That was like crazy, and then it's become nothing. That should have been the middle bit, the filling gap. There's 3 what the.
Trouble with the ledgers. Shouldn't he be asking Otto for help?
There's 3 quests, side quests in my mail, shall we call it? Ain't no way, bro. bad feeling is what I'm getting. Something ain't right with that hound of yours.
What could be wrong with Torgor?
Oh, these getting really are into those.
You seemed well enough when I last saw him.
Ooh, I knew there was gonna be. If you go to, if you notice me, right, you can. If you go to this person here, right, she shows you a list of things you can unlock in this time period. That's how you know there's gonna be a lot of quests coming up.
Hopefully it's nothing. But I should speak to Blackthorn just in case.
Here we go again. But again, some of these side quests are kind of good because they do influence change in your home area, which is nice to see them have an effect to the game in a sense. Yeah? Now, there's only 3, 4, 5 of them to do. Alright, well, I'll be honest, that's been a good session for today. For Final Fantasy 16. We achieved, thinking about it, we achieved a lot. We did a lot. We did the entire, well, it's so hard to remember all now because, like, we've done so much since then. But we did all of, like, right, map. I wish Tab just brought up the map. Right. I really need to sort my get the controller. Right. We did Dalmika. We fought Titan. We beat it. We did the epic, insane fight with Ifrit Titan. I think that was one of the coolest moments in the game. Jill is back on her legs again as well, and she had that moment just now with Jill was really nice as well. The fact that she's talking happier. She said, you know, her burden's been released. It's really cool. Yeah, with side questing, the main quest after that has kind of fell off a bit. They are really padding out things. But the side quest that pops up in Lost Wing, I'm going to keep an eye out for because that seems the most interesting one. They're preparing for like a war against the Black Knight. Hopefully that comes back up very quickly. But yeah, in terms of story, some great movement in the story. And then we did another one of those, the Drake's Tear's been destroyed as well, which isn't even on the map anymore for some reason. It's completely disappeared. Yeah. Oh yeah, of course it has. They all disappear. So physically we can only see 2, but obviously there's more than 2. We've got Bahamut's and Odin's lair, plus whatever else is coming. I think I understand what these are now. These are borders, these lines, right? These lines aren't anything. I thought these were like, these lines were actually like something on the actual map, but these are just borders. I don't understand why there's water in the hideaways here, but like, yeah, it makes sense now because each area is kind of different. So this is its own border apparently. That's Dalmekia. Now I get it. Now that I'm looking at it, and this is all one border. And what's really interesting is they split the border up in the Northern Territories. You got here and here. It's a bit that's not even affected by the, the blight. Yeah, it's been a really good session. Love to hear what you thought about the end of Kupka. I think it's probably potentially one of my favorite parts of the game. Just the whole moment, it was really fun for characterization and stuff like that. I'm watching him go mad and stuff. But, yeah, looking forward to picking this back up and carrying on. And we're gonna smash through these side quests, and we're not gonna spend too long on them next time. And yeah, we'll just jump straight through and get the story progressed. See you on the next one.